All right, well, obviously, tale of two halves. We wanted to try to get off to a fast start. Thought we did that in the game, and then, give them credit. They did a better job, certainly, of making some adjustments. Changed a few things there in the second half, and then really from the opening kickoff, I thought in the third quarter, they just seemed like they were just a little bit ahead of us. Guys fought, but we got to learn how to play full four-quarter game. We've played stretches, in each game mostly, where we play good football, but that's not enough to win in this league. So that's what we're going to have to do.
One of the things they changed or adjusted, you felt like how they were defending Devontae?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they gave us an element of some single coverage in the first half. I thought Derek and Devontae made a good play down the sideline on the one, and then, we hit him on the little gadget there on the other one, and he had some production against, I would say, single coverage, and then the second half, there was a little bit more split safety defense in general, just in general.
How do you respond to that? How do you adjust to that?
Well, we moved him. We moved him around. I mean, we had chances. Let's not sit here and say we didn't have chances. We've certainly had chances in the second half to complete balls to him and anybody else. It wasn't like we didn't have opportunities there. So they didn't like double him to the point where we couldn't throw the ball to him. I didn't feel like we were as efficient in the second half. Certainly not as efficient on early downs to try to avoid third down and long. I felt like we were in third and long damn near the entire day when we got the third down. So it's got to be more productive on first and second down with our opportunities, whether it's the running game or the passing game.
That last drive, the turnover on downs, 4-2-minute warning. I think you guys had second and short a couple of times. So on the field, was there any consideration of running the ball?
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of short throws called, and it just ended up being an opportunity there. I think on the left sideline, but you can run it there for sure. There's definitely an opportunity to do that if you thought that was the right thing to do. We'll look at it and see what we did.
Both those drives, that one and the last one, I mean, how did it feel with the offense going on the field? Are you guys pretty confident?
Yeah, I mean, look, you want the ball back in that situation with an opportunity, and thought we had a couple chances, in the second drive there to maybe get it towards midfield, and I don't remember, exactly who the ball went to on a couple of those, but, I think Devontae had one, and there was a couple of times where they got into the middle of the pocket, and before we really had an opportunity to see it kind of unfold. But look, in that situation, no timeouts, you got to make some chunks, you know what I mean? So felt like we, had a couple opportunities, but obviously didn't capitalize on them.
This is your third lead of 17 points. Have you sensed some similarities? Is there a similar feeling, I guess?
It's not good enough, you know what I mean? I know that. And so, we got to coach better in those situations. We got to avoid feeling like, the situation is okay, and I don't sense that our team relaxes when we have that situation, but obviously that may be the wrong thing, you know what I mean? And so we've played, like I said, we've played some stretches of football that are good enough to get ahead and produce a lead, but that's not what this league is about. This league is about playing the second half just as well as you played the first half and trying to win the game. So sometimes lessons are learned the hard way, and obviously we've had to swallow some difficult ones this year, and but I have a lot of confidence and faith in the way that these guys will respond. They always do. Come down and try to have another good week of work this week back in Vegas and go back at it.
You're dropping Crosby and Jones in coverage a lot today. Is that something you've done more usual today? Or
A little bit. Just there was some underneath stuff that they were, I'd say creating some opportunities for their guys underneath, and we tried to get in some passing lanes a little bit. Some of the balls were coming out quicker. Obviously, he was a very efficient passer today, so I didn't think we got to him much in the rush, and then there were some balls that were thrown underneath that he was hitting and completing to kind of, keep him in 2nd and 1 and, skip third downs altogether. But I thought he played well today. He was efficient in the passing game, certainly, and got the ball out of his hands and found some open guys. We played zone, we played man, and he was able to, move the ball regardless of kind of what we were doing.
You feel like, we're about halfway through the season now. Do you feel like you're closer to putting a full game together now than you were at the beginning of the season?
It certainly doesn't feel like that, but like I said, I think you earn the right to do that, we have to do it, this doesn't matter what I stand up here and talk about or what somebody else talks about, it's about actions, and the National Football League is unforgiving when you let up and you don't finish games. The other team plays, as hard as they possibly can too, and they got a lot of good players and a lot of good coaches over there, and they earned the right to win today, and we didn't.
9 early on, and 1 for 8 and 5 targets the second half. What's the difference? What happened in the offense?
Yeah, we were calling certain things for him, and they doubled him on some plays too. Obviously, they don't want him to have another 9 catches, and so that gives opportunities for other guys, and the timing of that matters and all that kind of stuff. So, I was me and Tay were just talking about all of it. We thought we saw what they were doing the first half, saw what they were doing in the second half. We felt comfortable in playing, and there was just a couple of times where he would have had big plays. I was, had to run out of the pocket and try and throw it to him, and we didn't hit him.
What's the feeling on those final 2 drives when you go out on the field? It's area you've been so successful in the past year. How confident are you guys are going to be able to go down the field?
I was very confident, and the main thing for me is just trying to, hit my receivers. If I have to move in the pocket or got to do something, just find hands to throw it to, and within the progressions and all that stuff. But really just positive plays, and so my confidence in those situations, I never feel any different. I'm not worried ever in those.
It's the 3rd time you guys have blown a 17-point lead this year. Any similar sense or any similar feeling that you can look back on?
I think there's a lot I want to say, but if I'm honest, I don't need to say it here, and there's things that will be said. There are things that need to be addressed and all those things, but I think as a whole, the urgency part of it, that after 30 minutes of football, we have to learn that the game is not over. I feel like I've been in this situation a lot where new coaches or this or that, and you have to teach the new guys this is how we do it, and this is the mentality, and this is, and that gets tiring, but at the same time it's my job. So there's some of that. So I'll say that right now for those things, but there's things in-house that we'll talk about, and man to man and all that kind of stuff that could be addressed.
Those things you thought were addressed this past week, or just think those things were kind of on the verge?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were. Felt confident. We had a really good week, but like we always say, having a really good week doesn't give you a win on Sunday.